I got something else in mind. That sucked, though.
I mean, that's big, man. That's death.
There we go.
Where's this? What's this?
Infinite mode.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Infinite mode. No timers. No time limits.
Oh, okay.
Stay alive. Your health slowly decreases, so you got to keep fighting for food. And I should be comically overpowered.
Oh. What? Just beating up old dudes?
Yeah, I'm fully leveled. He's got food.
Oh, okay. Well, if he's got food.
This is infinite mode.
Yeah. Because this is infinite mode. Brian Shaw says, hey, just started a new run on Bloodborne using the stake driver. Have you tried this thing? Because it's ridiculous. 3 to 4 hits with the charge R2 is melting bosses on the fresh game.
You not do the gut puncher?
Recommended. Which one was the stake driver again? I don't even remember which one that was. So I'm sorry to say I don't remember which weapon the stake driver was in Bloodborne.
There's like a wrist-mounted stake that would...
Oh, yeah, you know what? I remember, like, really wanting that, but then it never really worked well for me.
What do we got here? Mailbox? That's cute. Could use more food. Gorsh darn it.
Gorsh darn it.
Gorsh.
Nice. Hunchback Jack says, Happy New Year, Jack and Rich. Jack, just watched American Vandal. It was really great. That's true, it is, by the way. Not just a parody, but works on so many levels. Have you listened to the Serial podcast it was inspired by? I recommend it. I have not listened to the Serial podcast. I usually don't. I don't have a ton of time for podcasts, which is a shame because I know there are so many good ones. But usually all of my listening time is when I'm editing, and I'm editing people talking. And so I can't then listen to other people talk while I'm editing people talking. Even though I was oh, that's super gross.
Super great, is what you mean.
I mean, also that. Also that. Hi, junior boy, FTW. Most anticipated game of 2018? I don't know what's coming out. Is my most anticipated game of 2018. Rich, what's your most anticipated?
I also don't know what's coming out.
Is Spider-Man coming out? I want to play Spider-Man.
Scripted quick time event, the game.
I want to play Spider-Man.
Scripted boss battle cutscene, the game.
I want to play Spider-Man. I want to play it. I got all tasted up for Spider-Man after playing PS2 Spider-Man.
That E3 demo they showed made me the opposite of excited.
I want to play Spider-Man.
That's fine. I understand you do. That's great.
Oh, okay. Good. As long as it's great. So that might be it. I'm sure there's something else that I just can't think of at the moment, but it's just usually, you know, I'll check what new games are coming out, and one always slips by. They all slip by. Yeah, there's a bunch of crap and garbage.
Can't believe Adam beat me. I so thought I had him cracked, completely cracked.
You got cocky, kid. You went in there.
Oh, sure, I would demolish him.
Yeah, yeah. And that meant you had your guard down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't paying enough attention to my health, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, plus I got like 3 quick hits on me. It was just a weird situation where I was pinned against the wall.
Oh, sure. Rich, do they ever, in this game, tell you what the source of the zombies are?
Yes.
What is it?
Bees. Wasps. Parasitic wasp. That were the result of the American government testing. There's some kind of weird... They're actually testing to breed cattle faster. And somehow they ended up with parasitic zombie wasps that they were playing around with those, and then they got loose, and they infected a village somewhere in South America, I think. And years later, the people from that village, mad at the Americans, weaponized the zombie wasp, and this is a terrorist attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for destroying their village.
Sure. That's a smart village. They had a bunch of bee scientists living in the village. I actually like that. I like that story. That's fun. That is a fun story.
So, weaponized rainforest wasp.
Good enough for me.
Oh, this is fun leveled up. I'm so used to challenging myself by starting at level 1. I'm just fully leveled, and I went from low level to full level now. And this is kind of neat.
I think this was the big selling point for a lot of people in the game, right? For this game?
Which?
This free mode? Just run around and do shit.
Yeah. Well, the selling point when this came out was just the number of shit on the screen, the number of zombies. It was crazy for the time.
Oh, sure. Have we heard anything about Death Stranding, the new Hideo Kojima game?
No, I haven't. I've just seen artsy things and nothing that would make me care.
Right. The most exciting bit that I've heard about that game was during the no-clip documentary about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently Hideo Kojima's new game is being run on the Horizon Zero Dawn engine.
Oh, wait, I'm being dumb. Is there more than one cooking book in this game?
Go. And so there's actually a small part of that documentary where they were talking about making their tools accessible to other creators like Hideo Kojima because they partner with Sony and blah, blah. So
Hideo Kojima?
Hideo Kojima is going to be using the Horizon Zero Dawn engine to run Death Stranding. That doesn't mean his game is going to be like Horizon Zero Dawn or anything I would necessarily care about. But I thought that was an interesting tidbit. Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Any of these books cooking? Camera, hobby.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Du-du-du-du.
Do 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 do. Ayatollah of Rock and Roll says, in a just world, in the first 5 minutes of Last Jedi, Rose would have piloted a rebel cruiser into the Dreadnought, destroying the First Order. Fade to black. Then a soft reboot of Buckaroo Banzai plays.
Chat, if you want to complain about Star Wars and military tactics, why don't you ask yourself why they're not constantly shooting nuclear missiles at capital ships?
Or making really small cheap ships that can jump to hyperspace and using them as kamikaze bombers. Because that was effective as fuck. That took out like 8 ships.
It's fantasy World War II combat in space. That's just what it is. It's not in any way realistic.
I don't think they were complaining about the combat tactics. I just think they were saying they didn't want the movie to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the joke. They were joking about making the movie not happen.
A lot of people bitch about that though.
Yeah. People don't realize the Star Wars is supposed to be a fantasy. Yeah, people be dumb. Gobbledygook, says Jack. Sounds like you enjoy Amazon, Netflix, and such. I think all of it sucks. I prefer shitty old movies or just a few schlubby a-holes to recap them for me. Maybe I need very strong antidepressants. I dig movies, man. I like movies. I always have. I like all sorts of movies. Good movies, bad movies, tall movies, short movies.
I don't have any weapons that can deal with Paul, really. He might kill himself. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
You just ate some crackers.
Yeah,
man.
accidentally.
Oh. And I think they're putting out the good movies. They're taking risks, and I like that about them. They're taking some creative risks and giving creators some freedoms that studios in the traditional sense are not. So I like some. Make the droid kamikaze the dreadnought. Absolutely, why not? If running ships through other ships at light speed is so destructive, this should be a tactic.
So many things they should do. It's so dumb to complain about that.
Of course. It's dumb to complain about anything. It's a movie about people with magic powers lifting rocks. Oh, Paul. Oh, Paul. Oh, Paul.
That's not what I want to happen.
Oh, Paul.
Zombies, could you start eating him?
Here's a present for you.
Let's see here. True Blue Review says, hey, back and itch. Oh, I get it. Since everyone else is doing it, what would your game of the year be for last year? What was your favorite game streamed? Even a game from that year? What about films of the year?
You go boom now.
It's probably Breath of the Wild for me. If I had to put it on something, it's probably Zelda Breath of the Wild. That made me feel happy in my brain zones.
I think we need to die and give Infinite Mode another shot. Okay, there's a flaw in my strategy. I need to get me some guns. For situations like this, dipshit, I need some guns.
Okay. Not Friday the 13th? No, I think Friday the 13th was good.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Breath of the Wild was good. Hasn't been a bad year.
It has not been a bad year. Did Friday the 13th come out last year, or was that the year before? It's also really hard to remember.
Was it October? No, was it October? I think it was October. No, because it wasn't. It came out earlier.
It came out earlier, right.
Well,
what I'm saying was it 2017 or 2016?
no, it was June. It was June it came out.
Oh, okay.
What came out in October? That's throwing me off there.
Oh. I have no idea what came out.
I was thinking it should have come out in October because there was a Friday the 13th.
Right.
In October. That would have been just the perfect release. Nah, yeah, it's fine.
Oh God! Now they're debating the actual usefulness of kamikaze light speed jumps. Guys, that's my joke. What I'm saying is that shouldn't be something that's debated because it was just a cool thing that happened in the space fantasy movie. It was just a neat thing that happened, and the things in Star Wars movie don't necessarily have to make real world sense. Get it together. Aaron2618 says, what did you think of Holdo's character in Last Jedi? Which
Who?
one's Holdo? Great. Great. Which one's Holdo? I thought she was useless and had no reason for her motivation. Fake drama. I like the Kylo Ren stuff. The film was messy, but not horrible. Which one's Hodor? Laura Dern. You know, she was fine. She's there to teach a lesson, man.
Really distracting hair.
Really distracting dress. Really distracting dress. Why was she wearing a nightgown? She was wearing a cocktail dress. But you know, she's fine. She's fine.
It's all fine.
It's all fine. It's all fine. I didn't mind her. Like I said, I thought she was there to be the Carrie, because I was not aware that Carrie Fisher, you know, apparently news broke before the movie came out that Carrie Fisher was not dying in the movie, but I didn't hear that news. And so I thought she was going to be the Carrie Fisher replacement, like she was going to, you know, take over for whatever Carrie Fisher was supposed to do in the movie. But she served a different purpose. She was there to teach, what's his name? Poe. She was there to teach Poe a lesson.
Poe Dameron.
What? Oh, sick! Star Wars burn! Brr, brr, brr. So, no, she... Like, her character served a very clear purpose. She was there to teach Poe a lesson.
Don't be heroic in a Star Wars film. Wait, what?
Well, that's... It gets a little muddled. I'm not going to deny it gets a little muddled. Don't be heroic, Poe Dameron. Don't sacrifice yourself for everyone else. Now, excuse me while I go sacrifice myself for everyone else and be really heroic. So then, because she sacrificed herself and was really heroic, Poe learned not to sacrifice himself against the big cannon and not be heroic, but then Luke comes and is heroic and sacrifices himself. And it gets a little muddled. Yeah?
Where's that health book? Is that in the Wonderland closet?
I don't know.
There's some Wonderland closet. Oh, fuck. I'm doing so bad.
Only old people can sacrifice themselves for heroism. That's very true in Seth Rogen. No, it's like... I think if you look at each individual character's arc, it all makes sense. But then when they start coming together, the arcs muddle up a bit. But I think overall it's fine.
Sacrifice the characters who won't be around for 4 more movies.
Right. No one cares about Hodor. Snizzle, I disagree. I think it was really good. I'm excited. I think to me the movie was a wind-up. All the characters are now poised.
Really? I felt like a wind down.
No, all the characters are poised to strike. We're at a point in... I know. It's going to be an endless circle, Rich, forever and ever, talking about Star Wars. Get used to it.
I know.
The rebellion is at a place it's never been at before. For us, all the characters are ready.
The rebellion fits the Millennium Falcon. There
Yes.
isn't a rebellion to speak of.
Exactly. We get to see the beginnings of it. Just a handful of dickheads.
That should be the start of the fucking trilogy.
Well, they didn't start it that way, so now they got to get it there. That should have been the start of the trilogy, yeah. But now they're there, so that's nice. And I like all the characters have learned lessons. They all got their motivations sorted out, so let's go. So the next movie is going to be all go, 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 and I like it. Tiberius Kirk, I disagree. That's all I can say is, you know, like we might not agree, and disagreeing is fine. We'll be fine. It's all gonna be fine. Epic Jason, I think you're severely underestimating how dumb the original Star Wars was. Epic Jason is saying that Disney has effectively dumbed down Star Wars. And it was, listen. It was a nice, simple little action space fantasy movie. It was never the most complex shit in the world.
It'll never go away. Never.
This life, Rich. Welcome to it.
Yeah.
You did it. You used your monkey paw, Rich, and you said I want a steady job. I said I wish for a steady job where I get to talk about movies all the time. And the monkey paw went, and now you got it. But you didn't foresee the consequences.
Funny because it's true.
I know. It's good times. Don't make any more wishes, Rich. That's the moral of the story of the monkey paw.
I wish for death.
That's the monkey paw moral. Who was the protagonist of The Last Jedi? That was a multicast feature. You got one of them. What do you call that when a movie has?
Is the Phantom Menace?
No, what do you got? What do they call it when there's not just one person? There's a name for it. You know, you got your Rey, you got your Finn, you got your Poe. Those are your leads.
That's an ensemble.
Ooh, that's exactly the word I was looking for. Thank you, chat. It was an ensemble.
A family? Yeah.
A family? Ensemble was the word I was looking for. But you got your Rey and your Finn and your Poe. There's your mains. There's your main dudes. There's your protags. But there's still one who is the lead? Nah, there doesn't have to be. You know, the movie's called The Last Jedi, so there's probably a case to make Rey the lead. And even though, you know, she's not in the movie a whole bunch, she's probably the lead just because of advertising, and that's what the name of the movie is called. But I would probably say that Finn
and character we just met.
Well, I'd say that, like, Finn's arc, you know, like, Finn's discovering why he wants to fight for the rebellion arc.
Felt so much weaker than his arc in the first movie.
Probably, he didn't really have an arc in the first movie. He just wanted to save Rey.
Alright.
But, so, like, that might be, like, kind of the heart of the movie, so there's probably a case for, like, calling him the lead. I don't think there's a case for Poe. He's in it a lot. He gets a lot of screen time.
Alright. A little slightly better equipped.
Yeah, you got a sword. You're good. You good. Fuck it. Chewie is the star. I like it. Chewie is the protagonist. I love it. No, like Rose wasn't a lead. Rose was the you know.
Kind of Luke, which is kind of a waste because they just kill him off.
Luke was the lead?
Isn't he?
I mean, he's in it a bunch, but Luke more kind of just helps facilitate Rey's story.
No. No, the story is Luke having lost faith in the Jedi. And
Yeah,
Rey's the one trying to turn him around.
Yeah, maybe a case for it. He's there with
But
Rey.
it's just a waste because they're going to kill him off.
Yeah, they did kill him.
I don't get it. Basically, I don't get it.
Don't get what?
The movie. What they were trying to do or anything.
First of all, this is great that you're just crawling all of them.
Yeah.
That was great. You don't get what they were trying to do? Perfect. How many cones are there? Can you just
Shit,
put
I'm going the wrong fucking...
cones on all of their heads?
I've had enough.
If I had enough cones. Yeah, I think they were attempting to have a reset of things. I will agree it's like a reset that should have been there for The Force Awakens, but wasn't. And so I think at the end of the day they wanted to reset things, and so we needed to get rid of some crazy fan theories, and we needed to bring the rebellion back down to 0. Whoa, what was that?
It was a wasp queen that killed all the zombies.
Oh, nice. Star Wars Year 0. Yeah, so yeah, I guess something like that. Let's start our own rebellion.
Like blackjacks and hookers.
You know, if there's time. If there's time. We're rebelling against the rebels. What? Game Revo, we've actually talked about this before. Game Revo says Rose was there to sell tickets in China. Let's be real. I'm sorry, but it's true. Except for Rose is not Chinese.
She was there because they wanted Finn to have a love interest. She's Chinese because they wanted to sell tickets in China.
She's not Chinese.
Or she's
though.
Asian.
Having no, that's not how it works. Is I guess what I'll just say. Like, if they were looking to solely sell tickets in China, it would have been a Chinese actress. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. She is not Chinese, and so she is just there to so Finn can have a love interest, and you know, she's adorable or whatever. But
Oh, I forgot to grab all kinds of dumb, Jack.
yeah.
All kinds of dumb. I don't deserve the love.
That's the thing. Chuck Fox says, believe it or not, Asians can tell each other apart. It's just one of those things, people. You gotta get your facts a little bit together before you start throwing around stuff like that.
I need the health book. We'll give up. We'll keep fighting. I'm gonna die, but...
Oh, sure. Hold on a second, Game Revo. I gotta check on some of the things you're saying. And this internet sucks. I need my phone internet. Come here, phone internet. Beep boom boom boom. That's what I want. That's what I want.
I haven't played much Infinite mode.
Okay.
This is new to me. I know the health books are very important, but I don't really have where they are memorized.
Okay, so the Last Jedi. Who was I yelling at? Game Revo. Game Revo said that the Last Jedi is doing very weak in China. And the reason that it's doing very weak in China is because it doesn't open in China until this weekend. So it's hard to make money if the movie hasn't opened. So wait until the movie is out in China first, Game Revo, and then we will see how it does in China. Who was I yelling at? I was yelling at Game Revo. It opens in China on Friday. No, I said TFA. Well, too many pronouns. Too many things, you guys. You guys, we're getting so many things. I said well, sorry then. I'm sorry if you said TFA did poorly in China. You're still wrong in the fact that she's not Chinese. If your argument is TFA did poor in China, so they hired an Asian actress, I'm gonna still call your argument wrong. Oh, don't do that, Brina's got too many acronyms. All the acronyms.
All the acronyms?
What? I needed some caffeine. I wanted some caffeine. I was going to stop for coffee, but I was running a little behind. I told Rich I'd be here around 7-ish. I was running a little behind, so I was going to stop for a coffee. And I said, nah, I bet there's an energy drink. And there wasn't. So we're getting a little sleepy. Get a little sleep it. Sleep it. Let's see here. Valiant Bloodshot says, what was your favorite film of last year? Mine was The Killing of a Sacred Deer, directed by the same guy that made The Lobster. It's dark and twisted and creepy and disturbing, and I loved it. It's one of those things where I'd have to be reminded of what came out last year, and that's a hard thing to remember.
Memory's hard.
It's very hard to remember stuff. I was okay with Baby Driver. I really liked Get Out. I really liked did the Vovich come out last year? No, that was the year before.
Not that one. Put that one down. Put that one down, Frank.
Oh, 2049. Thank you. I really liked Blade Runner 2049. That was very good. That was very, very good. I have not seen The Shape of Water or Mother yet, but I plan on watching both. So there's oh, The Big Sick. Thank you, Darkwing Schmuck. Yes, I really liked The Big Sick. Ooh, nice. Have not seen Dunkirk, and you know what? I don't care to see Dunkirk. I don't. I'm sure it's very important for the British people, Dunkirk.
Right.
I don't care.
It's like a less good Saving Private Ryan.
You know.
No, them. I don't want to fuck around with them. Alternate route.
Oh, Split came out last year. I liked Split. Yeah, they had a pretty lame end, but overall I liked Split. Oh yeah, and Spider-Man and the Thor. There's a lot of good movies that came out last year. What was Wonder Woman came out last year?
Guardians 2. I know you didn't like it, but
I didn't like
I was
it.
fond of it. I was fond of it.
Yeah, there's fine movies that came out last year. Everything's good. Split was doo-doo. Fight me. No, there were. I can agree. It had some problems. Specifically, that end of Split. Ho dang. That the resolution, if you will, of Split is just unsatisfying as heck. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. What is Split? Split is a movie directed by M. Night Shyamalan, starring that lady who starred in The Vovich, whose name is foreign sounding, so it's hard for me to pronounce.
Shalom.
And James McAvoy.
Shalom.
McAvoy.
Shalom.
McAvoy.
Shalom, lom, lom, lom.
Oh, then maybe I'm not the Anya Taylor-Joy. Is that her name? Well, then that's not foreign sounding at all. Anya Taylor-Joy, who's going to be in the New Mutants
It
movie.
is if you're from China.
You're bringing it all around, Rich. You did it.
Rich, stop sucking. Well, we all have our off days.
Yeah. Anya's great. She's in the 2 movies I've seen her in. She's great, and I look forward to her acting career. If Split, Anya deserves an Academy Award for her reaction shots alone in Split. You just watch that lady and feel nothing but the terror that she is going through in Split. She is horrified by the things around her, and you feel it. She's great. She's great in it. I hope she makes a million movies. Okay, let's see here. Anonymous says, is Dead Rising the closest we can get to a surviving edged weapons video game?
Maybe.
Great answer. Moki B85 says, hey, wreckers, I've recently seen some clowns at parties. Don't dress like clowns. They dress more like magicians or the Wiggles. Is there too much of a stigma with the traditional clown look? Clowns are rebranding, Rich.
Yeah. They know people think they're creepy. They have to change.
Yeah. Well, there you go. They're going full French. They're going like mimes.
These are positive changes.
All right, Huff-Hearted says, good evening. I've missed you guys. I have a non-recommendation for you. Do not watch Pottersville on Netflix. It stars Michael Shannon and Ron Perlman. It's about Christmas and a Sasquatch. Stay away. I've seen the trailer for that. It's about what's his name? Michael Shannon is like hunting a Sasquatch, and there's furries involved. And it's a Christmas movie. This is a real thing. And he wonders what furries are. It's crazy. It's a real movie. Rich is eating meat and picking
I just have no reaction to this.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
It's, oh my god. You were supposed to say, oh my god.
No.
Alright, that's fair. Sounds interesting. Gobbledygook says, looking for games coming out in 2018. Have either of you heard of the action roguelike twin stick shooter that's kind of like Helldivers called DC Universe Online for the PS4. It's free, you fucks.
Kill myself.
I'll be honest, Rich. I didn't see that coming. It's been long. It's been so long. I did not see the DC Universe Online thing coming. Way to go, gobbledygooks. You got it.
Well, this is probably another Doom coming at some time, right? That's something I could look forward to in life.
No, I think they're just making the Doom VR.
But they're probably. I've heard they're working on the new Doom.
Yeah? Like a DLC or like a Doom 2?
No, like a Doom 2.
Oh, that'd be neat.
It probably wouldn't be done anytime soon, but
No. No.
no. Do, 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 do,
No.
do, do,
Hey,
do.
hey, Jack and Rich, says Nico Cola. Do your do your kids love any shows that you absolutely cannot stand?
Yes.
Yeah. They're mostly alright in the shit they watch. I'm sure there's some shit that I really hate. They've insisted on watching the Lego Ninjago movie like 20 times.
Kids.
Oh, alright. It's what kids do.
Kids
And
like dumb things.
that's true. So I don't much care for the Lego Ninjago movie. And they just want to watch it all the goddamn time. That's their newest thing. Like Lego Batman, I can tolerate. It was all right. The Lego movie is obviously legit good, but Lego Ninjago, I don't much care for. But as far as like shows go, nah, they watch okay stuff. What have they been really into lately? We're on a big Teen Titans Go kick right now, which I'm okay with because I think some of it's pretty funny. And they just started watching. What's the camp show? It's like two kids are at a camp and there's an Illuminati sign. It's on Cartoon Network or maybe the Disney Channel. Maybe it's on the Disney Channel.
Gravity Falls?
Gravity Falls. Thank you, Rich. They just started watching Gravity Falls. And I think that might be all right. So we'll see if that sticks. So maybe we'll see. I'm trying to work on their shit taste, but you know, we'll get there. Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla says prediction for 2019: Netflix makes a gritty reboot of Remo Williams,
I could deal with that.
with Choi Min Sik playing Master Choin, and Fred Ward does the Wilford Brimley role. Or we're all dead. Either way.
Some shit right now.
Oh! Wow, those benches are bolted down. Yeah,
Come to comics.
I like it. I like it. This is a good plan. You don't seem to be doing much damage to them.
No.
Oh, that did some damage when you hit him at higher speed.
Yeah, this car's not good. The car's already down.
Oh,
Shit.
not a bad idea, though. Not a bad idea.
That does very little damage.
They went through a Power Rangers phase, Disty 87. We went through a big Power Rangers phase a couple years ago. They have not seen the new movie. They've seen, of course, the Power Rangers, the movie with Ivan Ooze. But we went through a huge Power Rangers kick. That's all they would watch all the time is old Power Rangers episodes. And they loved it. And of course, there's 15 seasons of Power Rangers, so we never ran out. 27 seasons of Power Rangers. Then for a while they were on a Simpsons kick. Now they're on a Teen Titans Go Cartoon Network kick. So yeah, they glide. They glide. Vladimir Pudding says, is asking for this to be done in a George Lucas voice, so whenever you're ready to pause, Vladimir Pudding would like you to say something.
Oh, okay, what am I saying?
That one.
Oh, okay. Toys. You always say the whole thing or just that one thing? I think it's just that one thing is what I said.
Oh, sorry.
Toys.
Oh.
Remember that quote
Yeah.
I did from the thing?
That was a fun little bit we had.
Yeah.
About toys and George Lucas. I've watched that clip way too many times. Love your guys' conversation every stream. Prereq and Red Letter Media content brings me so much laughter and joy. Well, thank you, Vladimir Pudding. Really?
I'll take it. I'm a huge fan of cheese.
I'm a huge fan of cheese. Antique Whiskey says, I got banned for saying Tums Festival months ago. Can I be unbanned now? Yes?
Now you got banned just for saying that. What else did you do, you monster?
You know...
I am highly skeptical of your claim, sir.
Usually, like, if someone is banned for, like, spoilers talk, they usually only get banned for a day. If you got perma-banned, my guess is you did something worse than that, Antique Whiskey. So, you know, I didn't ban you, so I cannot unban you. Boom.
Theoretically, you could. You just don't want to. And that's fine.
Sure. That's the rule I'm laying down for myself. I didn't ban you, so I'm not unbanned you. I get messages like that every once in a while. Just like, why was I banned?
Probably because you were a dick.
Probably because you were being a dickhead. And like, that's a big I don't know by me. Yeah, Lloyd Beats, we were talking about that. There's a Netflix documentary all about toys, and the first episode is about Star Wars toys. I'm looking forward to watching that. I think that could be interesting. Typicaloptic says, Jack and Rich, you guys have to watch the movie Pottersville on Netflix. It's heartwarming, hilarious, and inspiring. It's about a Sasquatch and furries, starring real actors. I'm interested. I'm into it.
Karen wants to watch a show called on Netflix called Atypical.
Atypical.
Kind of a dramedy about a family raising an autistic boy.
Ah. All right.
It's all right.
It's oh, you've seen it?
The lady wants to watch it. You know, we'll watch it. It's fine.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes you just want to spend some time with your significant other, so you put up with some, yeah, fine, I'll watch this shit show, whatever.
Ooh, so the chainsaw doesn't spawn in infinite mode. Interesting.
I'm with you. I'm with you. You gotta make those sacrifices sometimes. Sometimes. sometimes your significant other can make the better choice. Before we left on vacation, we had a little time one night, and it's like, okay, we can watch a movie. What do you want to watch? And me being me, I said, well, there's this movie that I hear is kind of bad, and it's about cops teaming up with orcs, but orcs are like, people are racist against orcs. Let's watch that because I hear it's kind of bad. And Lisa goes, no, I don't. We can do something better with our limited free time. And we ended up watching The Lobster, which was very good. And I got to save the cop orc movie for other times, watching it with people who appreciate bad movies. So I've heard so many mixed things about Bright. You know, it's not the worst movie you'll ever see. It's just kind of bland and bad. Why aren't you doing that all the time? Why is that not your only move? You need to play the whole game where that's the only move you have. And there's your no death run, where you only spin. Beating Dead Rising by only spinning. Only spin. That's the only move you're allowed to do. Yes! Yes!
Can't find one who's just lying down long enough to do some of the other moves.
Batman is a cool guy. She has been on prereq. We did a board game prereq night, and my wife was there to play board games with us. She's a real person. And I have many witnesses that can attest to this. I hear you, Antique Whiskey. I hear you. Oh. Nice spin, Rich.
Yeah.
You did it. You're spinning all over the place. Colossal Nimble. This is the PC version of Left 4 Dead, so that's why everything looks a little nicer.
I'm not used to... Sorry, some of the moves you can do with the keyboard and mouse. That's awkward to me.
Oh, sure, sure. Sure, yeah, everything is muscle memory on the controller. Spin. Only spin. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, stop it. Jack, what do I think of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in space? I saw the first episode of that and was mildly amused.
The shield is going in space now. They've reached that desperate place where you go to space because you don't know what else to do.
Yep. Well, who wanted to shut down Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I think it was ABC. ABC was ready to cancel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but the higher-ups at Disney wouldn't let them.
Really?
Really.
There we go.
There you go. I think ABC was ready to let Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. go. It doesn't perform well. No one really likes it anymore. The show's getting dull, and Disney said no. No, damn you. You keep my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Disney does own ABC, yes. And so, like, but the people in charge of programming at ABC wanted to let it go, and Disney said, "No, you can't. You cannot let it go. We owe Greg Clark so much that he just gets to work forever now." Greg Clark was the heart of our damn movie that ended up making us billions and billions of dollars. So he just gets to work forever now as Agent Coulson.
Yeah, I guess working into the movies if they really wanted to. The people who don't follow Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. might be horribly confused.
Yes. Many people would be. So yeah, they're in space now, and the first episode, like I said, it was interesting. An interesting thing happened that kind of...
They went to space?
Not just space, Rich.
Mega space?
They went to time space.
Time space.
Spoiler alert for the first episode of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. that nobody's watching. Is, like all of them get, trapped in space, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to Earth. And it's a big mission to get back to Earth. Only at the end of the first episode, Rich, they discover that they're actually in so far in the future that the Earth has blowed up. And they're on a giant space station orbiting what was remained of Earth. And so then it's like, wait, how did we get through time and in space? So, it could be interesting. Tiberius Kirk says Clark Gregg, not Greg Clark. Well, damn it! That's what you get when you have two first names for a first and a last name. Get it together, Clark. Hunt him down like an animal. You did it, Rich. Whoop. Nope. You didn't do it, Rich. Spin.
Yeah. On PC, that is definitely not in my muscle memory. Fire axe. I'll take that.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like watching the corpse of a crazy person pull itself across the ground with one animated arm. It's had its good seasons and bad. It started pretty bad. Had a few good seasons in there. There was a time when it was getting, actually like into the whole like spy and espionage stuff where it was really good.
Done that in the first place.
Yeah, you should have. Now you're rocking it. Get. Inhumans is like the garbage man from Junkyard taking a boring vacation in California. Oh my god, Inhumans is a legitimately awful show.
What is the deal with Inhumans? What happens in the show?
It's about the Inhumans who live on the moon.
Why is the show I have not watched an episode.
Pure budgetary reasons. So it's about the Inhumans who live on the moon. There is a coup where they try to usurp Black Bolt as the king of the Inhumans, but Black Bolt, Medusa, and some other people whose name I can't remember, all members of the royal family, escape to Hawaii.
Right.
Because that's where the tax break was. And so like half of it's on like these cheesy looking sets on the moon, half of it is on Hawaii. Nobody uses their powers effectively or in any cool fashion. All of the powers look cheap. The show is nonsensical. and it was all the acting was bad. It was just bad. Everything bad about it. Everything bad.
We'll get some more guns.
Oh, how could I forget the famous? Everyone knows Black Bolt and Medusa, but what about Crystal, or Gorgon, or Karnak? Those are the famous characters from Inhumans.
There are Inhumans characters. This is the team. This is the characters. This is the
Gorgon.
That's the license.
Gorgon and Karnak. How can you forget Gorgon and Karnak?
There's nothing wrong with Gorgon and Karnak.
There's many things wrong with Gorgon and Karnak. Their names are silly, is the first thing wrong with them. Or Lumpy or Chewy, right.
And Darth Vader isn't a silly name?
Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Darth Vader is not a silly name.
Sure it is.
It is not a silly name at all. I can deal with Darth Vader. Gorgon is a little tougher to swallow. Darth Vader. It sounds like dark. And Vader, it's like shades, man. It's great.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Did they ever use his name in the movie?
Return of the Jedi, they do.
Do they?
Han Solo goes, Boba Fett! And then he flies into a wall and then dies unceremoniously. Boba Fett's here! Boba Fett! Meow, boing! Whoop! Yeah, hey.
Go away!
Whoop!
He says Boba Fett and then does a Three Stooges bit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Boba Fett's kind of silly. Yes, Boba Fett is a silly name. I'm not going to deny that to you. Darth Vader, I don't think is. I think Luke Skywalker is a sillier name than Darth Vader.
Okay.
Luke Skywalker is a silly name that a child would make up.
No good melee weapons? That sucks. Okay, yeah, the combos are awkward on
Sure.
keyboard and mouse.
Star Killer is even worse, Green is God. Luke Star Killer is even worse than Luke Skywalker. Skywalker is a great name. I mean, it's a great name for its purpose, but it's also a very silly name. I'm doing it, Rich. I'm doing it. Hans Gruber is a badass name, I agree. Hans Gruber. Darth Vader. Good names. Good names.
Yeah, the combos are awkward as hell. Awkward as hell.
Harry Potter works, again, because it's meant for kids. Just like Luke Skywalker works because it's supposed to be like old school light fantasy. So Luke Skywalker works. It's very silly. Harry Potter. Harry Potter's just nice. That's a good name. That's a good kind of every kid name. Harry Potter. And you say you're British. Everyone's British when you say Harry Potter. I like people just typing all these Star Wars names, and I legitimately don't know if they're real or not.
They're probably all real.
That would be scary. True Blue Review says, have you watched Tickled? It's that real documentary gone wrong that only comes by once in a while. Also, I recommend Black Mirror Season 4 premiere, USS Callister for the Star Trek comparisons alone. I think you told me about that. There's like a documentary about tickling. What is that? Did you tell me about that?
No.
That sounds like a J thing.
Completely unfamiliar with this.
It's a documentary about tickling. What's tickled, chat?
Sex perverts.
Is it about sex perverts?
I'll bet you it's about sex perverts.
Is it about sex perverts? Is it about sex perverts? Oh, that's what it was. It's a documentary about competitive tickling. I don't even know what competitive tickling would be. Now I'd need to see it.
Don't want anything to do with these people.
Like competitive tickling. I'm gonna go home tonight and be like, hey hun, let's watch a documentary about competitive tickling. And then she's gonna take the divorce papers out of the drawer that she keeps them in and brings them out every once in a while.
She's waiting.
She's like, I've been waiting for this day, so now I can write. Wanted me to watch a movie about competitive tickling in the reasons box, and no one will question my decision. Let's see here. Anonymous says, I watch Bright with my mother. She really enjoyed it. I thought it was meh. The more interesting aspect was the dynamic of the human and orc cop partners. Should have focused on that more. Yes, agreed. Another problem with Bright. Too many things it's trying to say and do all at once. There were some legitimately good parts of Bright. The cop stuff was really good. Like, you know, they had to, like, breach a building. Like, that was neat. They did cop things, and it was tense. There are so many things wrong with Bright. I won't get into it. Like I said, I won't get it. They all fell down.
I know. There's a lot of great things you can do in this game.
I won't get super into Bright just because it's still spoilerish, but they just did a lot of things wrong. A lot of things wrong. Admiral Bone to Pick? What? Someone just wrote Admiral Bone to
It's
Pick.
from one of the Plinkett reviews.
Oh. Well, then there you go.
Mike was making fun of General Grievous.
That is a very silly name.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. That took it too far. See, Darth Vader, the words sound like bad words, but they're far enough removed, right? I think they are. But yeah, once you put an actual bad word in there, you know, then you've gone too far. Do you get a reward if Jacket Rich read your Plinkett reference in chat? Probably not, just because I never remember the references. You people in chat have all these things memorized, and I have no idea what you people are talking about.
I said I wouldn't use the mini chainsaws, and that's kind of over. That run ended. I died.
Yep.
I died.
Yep. Rich is now in free mode.
Yeah,
He's just
I'm playing
fucking
infinite
around.
mode.
He's just fucking around.
I am just
man.
fucking around. I'm playing infinite mode.
Yeah.
If there's anything you want to do, we can change games.
No, I think I might be ready to call it in a bit. I'll tell you what.
Because your long...
Because my long flight, we got a good couple hours in. Maybe I can get a Morning Jack stream. Oh, God. One of these days to help make up for lost time. But, I am almost ready. After you defeat Paul here.
You go boom now.
No, I don't.
What the hell was that?
Don't come near me. Here's a present for you.
So nice playing with those. It is. This rocks my world.
That's great.
Like guns are now viable.
Just need to figure out that combo situation and you're good to go.
I think I can make some macros.
Sure. Yay!
So you want to call it?
I do.
All right. All right.
I do. I think we made it a decent amount of time. I feel good about this stream. Had a lot to talk about. Had a lot of catching up to do. Where am I going? I'm going to bed, motherfucker. But before I go to bed, I need eggs. So I gotta go to the grocery store, then I'm going to bed. It's gonna be great. Welcome back to the Arctic. Oh my god, it was cold as fuck. I am not mentally prepared for it to be cold as fuck yet.
I love this game so fucking much. I really do. I really do.
I think that's great, Rich. I think it's important. You gotta find something you enjoy. Whatever it is. Find something you enjoy and do it. Late night egg run. Whoop whoop.
Ah, yeah, I really gotta get those combos figured out. I wanted to do the face plant thing with him.
Hey, he did it.
No, not that one.
Oh. Oh, sorry. Please consider purchasing thermals. I have thermal bottoms and tops. Long underpants, if you will. Yay. Are stores in the U.S. open 24/7? Yes. Some grocery stores are open 24/7. Though here in
Typically the bigger Walmarts.
Yep.
That one.
Nice. Yeah, Walmart's major grocery stores are. We do here in the States stop selling booze at grocery stores at 9. Grocery stores and liquor stores have to stop selling booze at 9 here in Wisconsin, which is a rule I've never fully understood. But everyone has different rules. Like across the border in Minnesota, they're not allowed to sell booze on Sundays, which is very strange. $2 a.m. here in California. Oh yeah, well, and you can still like bar time here is 2 a.m. Bars have to close at 2 a.m. Here in Wisconsin, so you can still go to a bar and get drinks, but you can't buy from a liquor store or anything. Oh, Minnesota can buy booze on Sundays now. Congratulations, congratulations, Minnesota, you did it. You got over it. Oh, pardon me.
So we probably need to get up the Twatcher.
We probably need to get out the Twatcher.
That means I gotta stop killing zombies.
You know, you do you, Rich. Do it. Hugh, do Hugh. I'm closing this down. It's upside down. It said there was an update. Maybe we just need to update it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem.
Can't stop killing? I can't! I can't! Is there anyone alive for me to kill in here? No.
No.
Let's do a homicidal run someday.
What's that?
Just kill everyone.
Won't that be terribly easy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I'm still gonna do it.
You know, there's one survivor in this who's suicidal. They ask for a gun, and if you give it to them, they'll do it right in front of you.
Really?
Yeah. He's been bitten,
Sure.
and his girlfriend doesn't want to leave him, and he knows he's doomed.
Yeah.
So he asks you for your gun. Can I have a gun?
Uh-huh.
Then you if you haven't had him pull out a gun out of your inventory, hand him the gun. Right away. Right away. Doesn't even wait.
And do you need to do that to get the girl to come with you?
No, she freaks out then. She won't join you at all. You lose them both.
Oh, man. That's great. That's great.
All right.
All right.
I'll be done killing.
Just be done killing for a little bit. You can go back to killing later.
I know. I'm pissed I died to Adam.
You were having a pretty nice run there, Rich.
The one boss in this game I thought I really just completely figured out.
Well, that's why you died to him.
I have beaten him a number of times at this point without taking any damage at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. Shit happens.
It does.
Shit happens, y'all.
Great.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Well, we had to read the names, right?
Oh, I'm just seeing people say good night. So
okay.
I'm saying good night back.
Good night, anybody leaving right now.
Good night.
We're gonna. Adam's damn tough, especially so early. I had him figured out. I've been kicking Adam's ass every time I play this game for a while now. And he just owned me.
Yep. No. It still surprise you. That's nice.
Stupocalypse for 15 months in a row says, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Let's make it a great year. Love everyone. Be kind.
Happy New Year's. Dr. Smoke Trees, who has subscribed to us for 15 months in a row, says only 2 more weekends in jail. Then I'll be back on Sundays, motherfuckers. Way to go, Dr. Smoke Trees. You're doing it. Also, as someone who is being incarcerated for what I can only assume is a smoking pot related infraction, Dr. Smoke Trees.
Yeah, it's presumption. That's fair presumption, I think.
How, like, I just wonder how it feels to see, like, the celebration over the legalization by people. Like, did you see on CNN the other day? Like, reporters were, like, filming themselves getting high at legal dispensaries. And they're like, oh my God, it's great. And then you got Dr. Smoke Trees here. Just
isn't that the equivalent, though, of drinking on the job?
But if it's for news, Rich. If it's for news. But then, Dr. Smoke Trees just sitting there, like, in jail on the weekends, twiddling his thumbs, going, I didn't know I had to be a reporter first. Right? Ay. Stay strong, Dr. Smoke Trees. You can do it. Akateris
Van Dorbston says, OMG, extended New Year's vacation is the best. And getting to watch you guys live is just the icing on the cake. Thank you.
Thank you. Balking Barrel.
Bremaxian.
Nice. Frozen Ziggurat says, what's up, you fucks?
Not much. What's up with you, motherfucker? Wagon.
Captain SWC for 13 months in a row.
Mike1234 says, 2017 marks the 40th anniversary of Close Encounters, the 20th anniversary of Contact, and the first anniversary of Arrival. Which is the better hard sci-fi classic? Thanks. Still need to see Arrival, but I'll take Close Encounters over Contact. It's been a long time since I've watched Contact.
Just movies.
Yeah.
No labels on movies. I'll take Close Encounter over Contact.
Okay.
You want to start talking?
But as a work of hard sci-fi, you'll take Arrival?
I'll take Arrival over all of them, yes.
Yeah.
And I will take Contact over Close Encounters.
Okay.
Because if you rewatch Close Encounters, there is a shockingly little sci-fi
Oh, sure.
to it. Like, it's just a story about a dude going crazy.
Yeah.
And then way at the end, there's some
Yeah,
aliens.
yeah.
Like, so, but I mean, Close Encounters is obviously a brilliant movie. And yes, it is a sci-fi movie, but there's not a lot of hard sci-fi in it. So, Arrival, Contact, Close Encounter on a sci-fi scale is what I'll say.
Can't believe Rich wouldn't hate the alien is her dad ending. I don't remember that doing much for me, but I didn't despise that.
Oh, listen, the ending of Contact completely whiffs on a sci-fi note. We've talked
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
It's a hard sci-fi movie where the moral of the story is sometimes faith is okay.
Right. Right.
Whiff.
Weird for Carl Sagan. I wonder if they changed his book.
Is it based off his book? Oh, I didn't know that.
Contact, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But he's also kind of he's a hippie, Carl Sagan. He's a scientist, but a hippie. So, he's like, oh, the oneness and nature. Science brings us closer to humanity.
You hate heartwarming, right, Rich? No, not necessarily. There's a time and a place. Like a heartwarming ending. That's not how I would end Dawn of the Dead. I would not give Dawn of the Dead a heartwarming ending.
Sure. But Mr. Holland's opus.
Yeah, and I would not give. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what was any of the fucking Golden Retriever movies. Well, no, not Golden Retriever, Beethoven. I would not give Beethoven a fucking dour, bleak ending, where like the family dies. Beethoven can have the heartfelt ending.
And Beethoven gets carted away by like pet services. A big leash on him.
Well,
yeah.
he snapped at Charles Grodin, ripped his throat out accidentally. And Charles Grodin dies. The family has no dad, and then they put the dog down. That's not the ending I would give Beethoven.
Now we need that movie. Now we need just pure Beethoven until right at the end. Once a dog's tasted blood, it can never go back. All right, where were we here? We were at The Off Switch, who has subscribed to us for 2 years now, 24 fucking months in a row. It says, 24 months subscribed. I must be able to afford to live in the Elf District. Did you catch that biting social commentary in Bright, did you? Biting.
It was a Bright thing.
See,
Okay.
The elves are the well-off ones.
Of course.
And they have the best police force, their own personal police force that they can afford. This is a social commentary.
Okay.
There's some social commentary happening.
Okay. Dream Sign for 22 fucking months in a row says, good to have you back, Jack.
Happy to be back. Where are you? Dream Sign. Loppy Dog 1.
Dead Guns 12.
Strange Letter.
Gentleman Bears
Oh.
says, and isn't sanity really just a one-trick pony anyway? I mean, all you get is one trick, rational thinking. But when you're good and crazy, oh, the sky's the limit. It sounds like something the Joker would say. Is that a direct Joker quote from somewhere?
It has quotes around it, so I assume it's quotes.
Yeah.
Anonymous says, oh, I get it.
Is that actually from The Killing Joke? Oh well. What's that? Tuneramic?
Sure.
Tunery Mac, I think.
Ooh. That's a penny for 15 months in a row.
Lucas Dukas for 27 fucking months in a row.
Kate is Udian.
Kate is Udian.
Kate is Udian.
Capitals. Differentiate words instead of just one word. Kate's Udian. That's possible too. It's all fine. Maze and confused.
The real Vayon for 26 fucking months in a row says, Rich, I love your Dead Rising No Death run. I still rewatch it to this day. Do you think that Brad would have made it if he had only watched Surviving Edged Weapons?
That's how Brad goes out.
Oh.
He shoots Carlito. They have there's a horrific gun duel.
Yeah.
And he just walks up to him, pointing the gun at him. You know, you're done for now. Your reign is over. Your terror. And then Carlito pulls out the knife because he walks within the 10 to 15 foot range. He doesn't stay well back and away from Carlito. And then Carlito he stabs that motherfucker.
Oh no!
It's all over.
Yep. He should have watched the tape.
He should have watched Surviving Edged Weapons.
You know what? That's a DLC add-on. Surviving Edged Weapons. You can get him. You can make it so Brad's not killed.
The Last Hummus.
Vladimir Lestrade.
Rebel Base for 14 months in a row. Says, take my free money until Mount St. Helens erupts, and I need to run for my life.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, good luck if that happens also. Walrus to the brush.
Chat, how do you know what any fucking DC comic is canon or not canon? They've rebooted so many fucking times.
Current canon or canon from 5 years ago or canon from 10 years ago?
The chat, for people watching this and not seeing the chat, they're arguing about whether or not the Killing Joke is canon. And that was like 3 or 4 reboots ago, right? Probably 5 reboots, DC reboots ago, the Killing Joke? From like 85?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but by this point, how many times have they rebooted their universe?
87?
They've rebooted their universe at least 3 times.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Zero Hour was kind of a mini reboot. It was like a soft reboot.
Uh-huh.
Flashpoint, the New 52.
So we got 4 we can think of.
That's at least 4. And then Rebirth, something that's going on now.
Oh, that's what's going on now, yeah.
Like 5 reboots later for the
Yeah.
entire DC. I don't understand how you could be a DC fan of comics and not just be horribly frustrated that literally reality keeps shifting around you.
Yeah.
That would drive me insane.
It's okay. It's happening to Marvel now. So
yeah.
Any comics fan is gonna feel it.
Got out when the getting was good, Jack. Walrus to the brush.
Buttercup Twinkle Toes.
Captain Scott Bakula says, love this game. I bought it back in 2000 with my first paycheck in high school. The standard def TV of mine didn't like it so much. Very true. The text is very small for standard def.
Oh.
And it was right, most people, the time it came out, most people still had standard def.
Oh, sure, sure.
Thanks for all the fun, guys. Best wishes for the new year. Thank you.
Best wishes for you, Captain. The End Hero.
Alpaca Death Trap.
Dick Gentlier for 15 months in a row says, it would seem like 15 months in a row makes me a loser, but then I remember how hot my wife is. Gotta go.
Scoring some brownie points.
Keep it up, guys.
Fresno Bob for 15 months in a row.
Joe Kitty 001 says, hey, Jack, I was in the Bahamas last week as well. Never seen so many hermit crabs. Conch is great, but I hate haggling with the pushy vendors. Snorkeling was fun, but with the highs in the low 70s, brr. Yeah, they do conch. Conch is a big thing there. You can't eat it.
Yeah,
it's a shellfish. But they put it in everything, and it's great. They have conch fritters, conch salad, conch everything. It's great. And yeah, if you want to buy anything from any store, haggling is acceptable. And you go to a Starbucks in the Bahamas, and you can haggle the price down. It's great.
Low 70s. Oh God, it's been so cold here for so long.
Rich, it was beautiful.
I can imagine.
It was beautiful.
That's so miserable here now.
I hate it already.
It must have been awful getting off that plane.
And we were on a plane that we were on a little plane, so we actually had to get onto the tarmac. Yeah. None of us had our jackets either because we left them in the car. So yeah.
Oh, you left them in the car?
It was a short walk.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're
So then it was my job as dad to go start the car.
Oh, of course.
Warm it up for everyone.
What, do they just wait in the plane?
Well, no, they waited at the luggage. They waited at the luggage. And so then I started to okay, let's go fire. But it all turned out all right. I only lost one thumb.
Zoinko for 15 months in a row, says Jack.
Yep.
How do you deal with picking footage to keep for live edits? I keep having to watch it over and over. How do you choose footage to throw out?
Or for live events? I keep everything, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I keep everything. If I like, I still have, for example, like for live events. Who was that? Scroll up a little bit. Zoinko. And if you're still in the chat.
What, I think they mean which footage to use and not use in the edit.
No, it says for live events. I keep having to watch it over and over.
I'm assuming a pre-recorded video of a live event. So do you? So you cut things out? You cut chunks out? Like,
I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand the question. So like when you have like, for example, if you record 1 hour worth of footage, are you asking like how I find the good stuff? I use markers. I use markers in that 1 hour of footage to when I'm watching it once. You just put a little marker in there, and then you go back to the good stuff later.
Like if you were to record a wedding ceremony, do you cut out any chunks of the ceremony, any pauses or any whatever? Like it takes it forever to walk up. Do you edit it so it's faster to walk up?
Absolutely, yeah. No, if you have a big event, you want to edit it down to just the exciting moments. And
well, how do you know what to keep and what not to?
Right.
Okay.
That's the question, man. It depends on your method of delivery.
Editing a wedding highlight video.
There we go. See, that's the information I need. Zoinko, you're editing under 5. Your target is under 5 minutes for the entirety
of the ceremony?
Of everything. Of fucking everything.
Wow.
People, you have to imagine that no one is ever going to watch this. And so, you put it to music. You put in some still shots of the bride getting ready beforehand. You put in some still shots of the groomsmen, like out to brunch or doing whatever. You throw in maybe some old photos of the bride and groom as kids. Bam! Cut to them walking down the aisle. You just get the good stuff, the important stuff, the funny stuff. Maybe throw in the audio when they actually do their vows, and then party, and then it's good fun times. 5 minutes.
Okay, that seems short.
It seems short until you're watching a boring-ass wedding video.
Well, here's the thing, though. You got to please the bride.
Yeah.
And what if the bride watches this and like, where is all the stuff? Even though anybody watching it might be miserable, just because that's what
so
wouldn't they just want that just to want it?
Well, see, then that's when you have your two offerings. Like as a wedding videographer, I've never been one.
I know you're not the right person to ask for this.
What I would then offer is like, okay, here is the 5-minute chunk, and here's all the raw footage. Do whatever the fuck you want with it, lady. Your whole ceremony, your whole damn reception, everything.
All right.
That's what I would do.
All right.
But like it's the same as if you were doing highlights at a sports event, right? Mm-hmm. Like you can either watch a baseball game or watch the highlights.
Well, I enjoy baseball.
Exactly.
So.
But some people just want to know what the highlights and the score was.
Right.
And that's the majority of your audience. You do the fun bits, you do the highlights, you put it to canon and C or whatever that dumbass wedding song is. All right, sorry, go ahead.
I think
Zoinko.
I ended up doing the last two, Jack.
Vladimir Pudding.
Flare Bear 007.
Six Lugubrious Airs says hi.
Sevastromo says, thanks to the entertainment, fellas. What's your favorite type of cookie? I'm a simple man. Chocolate chip, maybe double chocolate. I like them on the softer side.
Yeah.
I don't like crumbly cookies.
I'm with you on the softer side.
Yeah.
Those I get them. Everyone makes them for Christmas. They're like peanut butter sugar cookies that are soft that you put a whole Hershey Kiss on top.
Yeah. Sugar cookies are fine.
Those are my absolute favorite. Like
Yeah.
the peanut butter sugar cookies with the Hershey Kiss on top.
You know what I hate?
Huh.
Oreos.
Really?
I hate Oreos.
I fucking love Oreos.
I hate the fillings. It's sickening sweet.
Oh,
Not a
I
good
love
sweet.
it.
It's like a sickening sweet.
I know. Double stuffed Oreos are probably my favorite.
And the cookie part, they're not soft cookies.
Yeah.
I don't like anything about the Oreo.
I'm sorry. You know, actually, something interesting that I want to bring up now so people can remind me to talk about it next stream.
Yeah.
Speaking of highlights for wedding videos,
Yeah.
are you ready for computers to take over more jobs?
Sure.
Down in the Bahamas, my cousin got a drone.
Yeah.
It's it's one of those fancy, like almost flies itself drones, and it's got a super nice camera on it.
Yeah.
And he was showing it up. Oh, look how easy it is to fly. Look, we can actually like draw out a map and draw and fly the map, right? But then, and he shoots in 4K video, right?
Yeah.
And he's getting these awesome overhead shots and like, swooping around trees and shit, doing all this awesome stuff. And he goes to me after he's done flying it and showing it off to me. He goes, "That's not even the coolest part. You ready for the coolest part?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And it's all on his phone, like it's his phone and a little controller. And he goes to his phone. And the app that comes with this drone has already cut and put to music a 45-second highlight reel. And I'm not kidding, Rich. What it uses is it uses plane tracking technology plus like accelerometer footage from inside the drone to know when the drone does something cool.
Right.
And it puts it to a techno song and cuts it to the beat. And it wasn't half bad. We are so fucking screwed. You have no idea. Like, there's a couple tweaks I would have made, but it was like sweeping shot, big wide vista, coming down now. Pew, do, 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 cool. It was a highlight video instantly made as soon as the drone landed.
Interesting.
It was
Interesting.
like the drone was cool. Yeah, fuck it, as a drone. It's cool.
Yeah.
But the technology to auto cut a highlight reel.
I figure they're going to put like delivery out of business, like UPS, just individual package on a drone, just fly right to the fucking house.
They're doing it. They're doing it already.
I can
in
imagine.
California.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's all amazing.
Well, I guess you still need someone to pilot the fucking drone.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You boop boop. you press it. Auto, man. It's all automated. Even our jobs as editors are automated. Right now, you still need someone to pilot the drone, but no, not for too long. But that's like wedding videography in a year.
Yeah.
Is they do the drone stuff, like the bride has something to look at after she says "I do." Like, that's how fast it can come out now. Ugh, I love it. The future is scary. Sorry. More of that story later. Where are we? Favorite type of cookie. That's where we were. Cristo Barrow.
A nation full of homeless, starving people. That's what we're going to have once all these drones
We got to
take
figure it
over,
out.
Jack.
We got to figure it's going to be a thing we got to figure out, Rich. Universal basic income. Cristo Barrow Berto for 8 months in a row, which we normally don't say until it's over a year, says Rich. Does the smaller enclosed map of the first Dead Rising game benefit the series? Does part of the sequel's quality decline have to do with the bigger maps? Curious about your thoughts. Happy New Year's.
Well, I don't have that much to say about 3 because I've barely played any of 3.
Yeah.
I haven't, but I've barely played any of it. 2, I mean, it's slightly. I don't think it's that much bigger of a map in 2, and that's fine. But it's at the same time, it's not that much bigger. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I can't give you a great answer to that. I'm sorry.
Let's see. That's fair. B. Daggett.
Gobbledygooks for 41 fucking months in a row. Says a motherfucking 41 motherfucking months in a row.
Get it together.
Says 41 months. Do I still get poppers? No. I want poppers. No. Send those little champagnes and amyl nitrite to Trump Taj Mahal Casino Hotel, Slingo Mystery Bonus Slot Machine near the men's bathroom, Atlantic City, New Jersey.
I get that.
08401. You do get that.
I
one.
remember that reference.
That was just for you.
I understand.
I'm sure Gobbledygooks put that in there just for you.
Because that was from a Plinkett review.
Yes, it was.
I remember that one.
Great.
Shogun 94.
True Blue review for 14 months in a row. Says, it's been a fun time watching all these fun streams. Here's hoping 2018 is just as exciting and for better and worse. I know it will be if I get to watch hack frauds like you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Mr. Glitch, who says, hooray! I remembered to click the spend Amazon's money button for the 7th month straight. Thank you. We appreciate that, Mr.
Congratulations
Glitch.
on your memory. Crispy Fried Man for 22 fucking months in a row.
Megapaw says, rest in peace, Polly Ebarb.
Okay.
Whoever that is.
Baby Slayer 156 for 39 motherfucking months in a row. Says, it's my fiance's 30th birthday tomorrow. Can you say happy 30th birthday, Liz, from Rich and Jack?
Happy 30th
Thanks.
birthday, Liz.
Happy 30th birthday, Liz, from Rich.
And Jack. You did it.
You aged. You're winning at life.
You're winning.
Aging just means you're winning at
That's
life.
you're winning. Disco Coont.
Disco count? There'll be a U in there.
Right.
Like a discount pun, but
That's what I was assuming it was. That's why I had trouble reading it. But it's Disco Coont.
disco aunt?
Discoconuts? No, that's not. There's no U.
Disco auntie?
Discoont. Discocont?